I see y'all wanted me to talk about the. So tomorrow the Meg and Tory thing is going down. We're gonna be covering it extensively. We're gonna be going live. I'm trying to send a few spies into the courtroom. I shouldn't have said that, but I did. So we're hoping to try to potentially live tweet this court case. It starts officially tomorrow. I got a lot of information. Y'all ready for some shit? From what I hear, this case could go a lot of different ways. Tory Lanez lawyer is hoping to put Meg the Stallion on the stand. The defense does not want Meg on the stand at all. Meg is engaged in so much double dutching, which could trip up a defendant. I won't specifically call her a liar because theoretically, I have no idea whether anything she said, even if it contradicts itself at times, was the truth or not. But put it like this. Meg, who claimed she never had sexual intercourse, she never had any intimate relations with Tory, that would be a defense lawyer's dream to have that individual who has said many contradictory statements on the stand. She also said that Tory was asking her to, allegedly, asking her and Kelsey, or her or Kelsey, not to say certain things. But then that wasn't really, there's no strong proof on that. So that could be something that if needed to be in court, she would need to testify to. Point of all this is that prosecutor don't want her in court. I'm going to give you my raw opinion about a lot of this shit. For all the people who have, looked at this case as the definitive case, whether you should, quote unquote, believe all women, or you believe this is the ultimate case to figure out if there is, like hip hop is just misogynistic, or if you want to use this case to be the determination of if people just hate black women, I will warn you now, this is a horrible case to use. I will say this now, despite what the outcome will be. This case, now that it's in criminal court, going before 12 jurors on Monday, is less about, did Tory shoot her? Did Meg lie? Is Meg just a hater? Is Tory just an abuser? This is all about semantics and legal speak. And this is why it's unfortunate that both artists' careers, which I guarantee you, their careers are in a limbo. Because if Tory's found innocent, everyone will believe Meg is a fucking liar. And if Tory is found guilty, they'll believe Tory is a fucking liar. There's going to be an outcome. This is like the World Cup. There ain't no ties, baby. From what I've heard, plea agreements or plea offers have been offered. And nothing has been accepted. Opening statements start tomorrow around 11 p.m. Pacific time, which about 2 to 3 Eastern time. The jurors are picked. They're very strict in trying to vet each and every juror to make sure what the is going to happen. Does this person have any biases? We told you about the situation where there was a woman who clearly just went in front of, like she was getting interviewed, obviously, to be in the jury panel. She said, I love Tory. I don't give a what none of y'all say. He ain't shoot that bitch Megan at all. And they dismissed her. No, you're biased. Get out of here. We are at the moment where it's about evidence over narrative. Now, this is why I said all of that. Because and this is me being subjective. This is the realest and the most raw shit y'all ever hear me say about this case. The case so far is looking in Tory's favor. Don't believe me? Go to his IG. He scored major victories. Look at my man. My boy tweeting out memes. He's tweeting out memes. Look. Let's go to Tory Lanez Instagram. No, or his Twitter. Look. My last tweet. I'm going to leave this here. And watch how it ages. No weapon formed against me shall prosper, and every tongue that rises against me in judgment shall be condemned. You sit and watch now and don't ever question the God I serve. This is my last tweet. Please believe me, even though I've said from the beginning when I was talking about this case, and I said theoretically this isn't Meg versus Tory. Meg is a victim. Tory's going against the state of California. But of course, hip hop has made this Meg versus Tory. And by the way, from what I find out, Meg allegedly has someone that is representing her personal attorneys in court taking notes that obviously they could report and, in their own way to Meg and formulate whatever they want to do, either for PR or who knows if they'll end up doing a civil suit. I said to say it's pretty much Meg versus Tory, even though it's not really Meg versus Tory. Now, it's looking like it's in Tory's favor a little bit. There is, and I'm going to explain that in 1 second. And everything you hear me say, this is truly from the heart. I hate when people say like, oh, your Tory got you. Bro, I'm telling you what I really think. The only chance I believe that Tory's going to get found guilty is Kelsey Harris, who is Meg's former best friend, getting up on that stand. And she might have to do something that's very controversial to say, listen, I lied about this publicly, which by the way, I think Tory's lawyer is going to rip her to threads. But still, I lied about this publicly when I went live, and I'm going to play these lives. But Tory did try to pay me off. And in reality, I didn't say nothing before, but I did see Tory shoot Meg. Now, granted, I think Tory's lawyer has a lot of defense against that. They found gunpowder on you. Somebody who's a witness said that they saw a woman behind it, like all of that. Like, they have a lot of whatever. But the only way I see this going down where Tory gets found guilty, keep in mind what it's going to take for a guilty plea. Now that we're in a court of law, is they're going to instruct the jury to only return a guilty plea for Tory Lanez if and only if it is beyond a shadow of a reasonable doubt that he was the person in possession of a gun and who fired the shot that ultimately harmed Meg the Stallion. Keep in mind this, and I'm going to throw some things into it. First of all, opening statements tomorrow, I can't wait to hear. You know why? The prosecutor has a hard job. Prove in an opening statement, this is what you would do. Okay, you got to sauce up the jury. Yo, okay, you got to almost tell them a story that you want them to believe, that you're going to show more proof later with exhibits and witnesses. How you going to sauce up the story that Meg or that Tory is shooting Meg because of an argument over Tory doing too much at Kylie's party and Tory messing with Meg's best friend? Why him and Meg into it if he never f***ed Meg? That don't make sense. Why you and Meg fighting over some shit about who Tory's or who Tory's trying to f*** if you never f***ed them? Big red flag. Big red flag. Who went on TV to basically announce she never fucked Tory? Meg. Stupid decision, if you ask me. But nobody could control her. She's the victim.